What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to get me some water. Hold on. Alrighty, you guys. Alrighty. Excuse my attire. It has been a Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. Beautiful day. I finally got some time, which I'll explain, to just sit and release this word. It kind of made sense, the delay, why I ended up having to come back on live to finish this revelation, because the revelation simply was things about God in himself. Is that, he has those, it's like God can be dealing with us about something or giving us understanding, giving us revelation. And a lot of times, well, at least for me, sometimes I'll be thinking God is done. Like, okay, revelation over. Like, this is all that he needed to show me. And the entire time, God is like, I believe he sits in heaven and he's like, there's more. But wait, there is literally more. I know that this is Memorial Day weekend. So many of you guys are today preparing for different festivities. I know that sometimes people do cookouts, different things like that to celebrate different holidays. But our declaration on today, it has been a day and it's just 1 p.m. But our declaration on today is, don't let the devil get to you. Don't let the devil get to you. I'm sure that you guys have had moments where, maybe you've come out of a very rough season, or you just wake up and you just simply are having a good day. You feel good about, the way things are progressing. You feel like you got your mojo back. You feel like you got a little bit of momentum back, and then boom, the little petty days. But it's literally been one of those days where no matter what the enemy does, God has literally, hey, Miss Allen, it's been one of those days where no matter what the enemy has done, God has immediately come through with a strategy. Blessings to you, Kaneba. And so I'll kind of start from this morning. Last night was a very peaceful night. Woke up this morning at 3 a.m. And I woke up, to my tooth being in, excruciating pain. Hey, Natasha. I woke up, and listen, y'all know a few months back, I had that little ordeal with my tooth. They gave me the antibiotics I needed. I got my teeth cleaned and different things like that. I never went through with, I don't believe it was time back then to actually get it pulled. And so a few days ago, I began to feel a little bit of pain in my tooth, but not to the point where you can't function. It wasn't throbbing or anything like that. And so if I can be real, I felt like, okay, maybe I just irritated this tooth a little bit, or the gum. Long story short, I wake up this morning, it's 3:33, it's almost 3:30 a.m. And y'all, my tooth was killing me. It hurt so bad. And I almost began to freak out, because I'm like, Lord, why this couldn't have happened yesterday? It is literally, Saturday is the weekend. Everyone, every dentist rather, is closed on the weekend. I've never heard of any emergency dentist. And so it's 3:30 in the morning, and y'all, I'm online. I'm Googling online dentist appointments, because I need some antibiotics. I already know what it is. I need antibiotics before this gets out of control, before I can't move my mouth, before my face start hurting. And so as I'm seeking God, I began to pray. I kind of got myself, I promise y'all I'm going somewhere. I kind of got myself out of what I call that emotional state. When the enemy does something, a lot of times it rattles us. Anybody ever been rattled? The enemy attacks something. It could be something small, and it just rattles your nerves. So I finally get to a place where I'm like, have that. Listen, exactly. So nevertheless, God is, flashing before me. Maybe about 2 months ago, I had a UTI from not drinking, and I wasn't drinking any water, y'all. It was maybe almost 3 months ago. And so I had a friend at the time, because I don't have health insurance. And she said, hey, do a virtual visit. She sent me, I think it was GoodRx, and They prescribed me antibiotics. It was cheap antibiotics at that, and so God is reminding me of that. And the Lord, he had me remember what the dentist actually gave me, which was amoxicillin. And so telling you guys what happened. So in that moment, I'm like, for my UCI, they can treat it with amoxicillin. The dentist gave me amoxicillin. Like, create another claim on GoodRx. It was $20 literally, and get them to give you amoxicillin. So nevertheless, out and prescription, it went easy. It went smooth sailing. The guy was like, okay, I can give you amoxicillin. It was amoxicillin plus something else, which research shows is good for tooth infections. And so I'm like, okay, I can do that. I kid y'all not. So I'm waiting around. There were so many delays in getting that prescription filled. I mean, they were busy. My prescription wasn't ready when they said it was gonna be ready. And so I had to wait a little bit. But I didn't let that get me down. And so nevertheless, I get home, get the medicine. I'm getting ready. I'm preparing for it so that I can take this antibiotic and get it in my system. Y'all, I kid you not. I walk in the door. First of all, I walk in the door. Did I look in the patio? I'm not sure if I looked in the patio or whatever the case may be. But I get in the house. Sweetie and Capone, I kid y'all not, have torn the patio blinds up. Listen, Sweetie and Capone, I mean, when I say the blinds was gone, it was beyond repair. The more the blinds broke. And so now I'm faced with it. First of all, I put them in timeout. I'm just going to be real. I said, y'all have lost all privileges. Listen, y'all have lost all privileges. Listen, I'm like, I can't even take my medicine. It's just blinds, fake wooden blinds all over the floor. I can't even take my medicine because now I have to clean up. Now I got to put y'all in timeout. Sweetie didn't want to go in timeout. I had to drag her and put her in timeout. I put her in my bedroom, put Capone in this cage. And then I remembered, Sweetie likes to chew cords. So I had to pull her out of my bedroom, put her in the guest. At this point, I'm just like, Lord, what do I do? You ever had one of them days? I mean, y'all, I should have taken a picture. I was so trying to just get it together, get the blind. It was ghetto. I'm not even, when I say in the old apartment, we lived there for 3 years. Now, Bella was the troublemaker. She would kind of look in the blinds, but it was never to the point where I come home and it's just blinds everywhere. Y'all, blind pieces all on the couch. I was just like, y'all have had a field day. I've only been gone an hour and a half. I went to work out and then I had to wait an hour to get my prescription. Y'all, I cannot make this up. I should have taken a picture. So at this point, I'm irritated. I'm going to be real. Because it gets to a point sometimes when the attacks just keep happening back to, I'm like, first my tooth. I get that settled. Get home. My blinds are torn up. They've never, y'all. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I'm like, now, there's a risk, right? If I tell the apartment complex, they're going to want to charge me for these blinds. So, because what else can you do? I mean, people at this point, you can see straight through my house. Hey, Sabrina. And so put in the request. The Lord says, he told me I wanted to check my mailbox before because I'm waiting on something. I wanted to check it before I got home, but he told me not to. And so at this point, God is like, go check your mailbox. I had cleaned up the little blind pieces, tried to fix the blinds. Y'all, I get to the mailbox and guess who's at the guy was at the dumpster, which is right beside the mailbox. It was one of the maintenance guys. Yep. I said, hey, are you a maintenance guy? I said, yeah, I put in a request for my blinds. And his first response was, you're going to have to wait probably until Tuesday because I'm really. And he said 9 times out of 10, people will make you pay. You know, you're supposed to pay for these blinds. At this point, the Holy Spirit takes over the conversation. I'm just like, can you just give me grace? That's literally what I asked God. Like, I said, sir, it's been a day. Can you just literally just give me grace? Like, if you want me to throw you something, then I can throw you something. And he said, I'm going to do this for you this one time. What apartment number? I told him. He immediately came. Within 5 minutes, he was at the apartment putting in new blinds. No issue. Took both blind sets down. Took him. In the process of him doing that, he saw that, I guess, the other maintenance people that get the apartments ready, that they in the first place. So I finally got to a point where I could eat and take my antibiotic, take a little bit of pain medication. And I finally got to a point where I could just sit and chill. And it's like in that moment, the Lord began to reiterate what he had been telling me this morning. Don't let the devil get to you. And, you know, a lot of times, especially in moments, he's very amazing. He's how good God is. It was such grace. It was such favor because he was supposed to charge me. I even asked him when he got here, how much are the blinds? He said, you ain't got to pay nothing for them. I kid y'all not. Capone, get out those blinds. I kid y'all not. And so as I'm spending time with God, the Lord said it's oftentimes at moments, right, where you've come out of something that the enemy meant to like really take you out, something that the enemy really wanted like to make you, something that maybe made you emotional and made you, the enemy want that we go through in life. That the enemy only does because he wants us to quit. He wants us to give up. He wants us to win. And I think we all have experienced days like that, where it's just one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. It's like growing up, I would hear like the older people say, if it's not one thing, it's another. Anybody ever heard that? Some of y'all have probably heard that saying, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And as a kid, you really don't understand what an adult means when they say that. But like as you become an adult and even on your own spiritual walk with God, that phrase is we just will not let up. It's one thing. As soon as you get one thing done, here comes another thing. As soon as you get that done, boom, here comes another thing. Here comes another thing. Some of y'all have been experiencing moments like that, you know, even recently. Today was one of them days where I'm like, first my toothache. I mean, I wake up and I'm just like, oh. God immediately gave me a strategy. Got the medicine. Boom. My blinds. I pray that I'm making sense. But the Lord said in moments like that, it's imperative that you keep your head on a swivel, stay focused, and keep going. I'm going to say that again. You know, and honestly, this progress, like with feeling like I'm myself getting back to working out Saturday mornings. It's been a minute since I've been able to go to the gym on a Saturday morning. And really good, listen, can't win for losing. But the Lord said, tell them, just keep going. Don't let the devil get to them. And one thing that I saw today, it was different than like, you know, previous moments where there are some moments where the enemy attacks you and it feels like God isn't giving you strategy quick enough. God, do you not see what the devil doing to me? Are you not going to do anything right? And so there are those moments where we going through, you know, where's my relief at? But then there are other moments where in despite of what the enemy is doing, which he's a pest, in despite of what he's doing, it's literally like as soon as the enemy attacks, God gives you easy to still get overwhelmed. It's so easy to still speak word curses. And one thing that I noticed about me today is I didn't speak word curses. Listen, I put them dogs in timeout. I'm like, y'all not getting no cookie. Y'all not getting these toys. Y'all, listen, y'all going in time out. They knew they were in trouble. what got into them, the enemy is doing, affect what we do. I'm going to say that again. I do know that in spite of everything that happened today, what God was sharing with me is to not let what the enemy is doing affect what I have to do. I pray that I'm making sense. I pray that I'm making sense. And I believe that that's a right now word for all of us. It's an in-season word for all of us, because the devil is not going to stop doing what he does best, which is attempt to steal, kill, and destroy. And there have been plenty of seasons, at least for me, I know, where I've allowed what the enemy was doing to me to affect how I showed up. But it's like we're in a season where God has literally this type of stamp on it, right? Can't stop this type of stamp on it, meaning no matter what the enemy does, because we've already been through the worst of what we're going to go through. We've already been through the brunt of what God is going to allow the enemy to do to us. It's literally like a you can't stop them now type of mindset. And so it's like in moments where the enemy knows that he can't stop progress, that he can't stop us from, from gaining even more momentum, from being even more productive, even more focused, he begins to attack little small things. And I'm going to be real. As soon as I took that medication, the antibiotic, my tooth immediately stopped hurting. It immediately stopped hurting. And so it's like hindsight is 20/20, because moments like that make you feel like that was a test. God, that was a test for you to see how I was going to respond, what I was going to do, how I was going to move. But nevertheless, it brought about the revelation of not allowing what the enemy is doing to affect you. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I get it. When it's like, Lord, it's one thing after another. Even though you giving me strategy, it's like you do feel worn down sometimes. Because all I could think about was, Lord, I just wanted to come home, shower, run to the store because I'm cooking for my family tomorrow. I'm like, I just wanted to do some little things. And here comes the enemy, right? And God's message to me was, don't let what's happening affect you, meaning don't let what the enemy is doing ruin. I can attest, because we've all been there, of having the enemy attack us so much in one day, where you let it affect the type of day you have. Where even when the attack is over, you still in your feelings. You still upset. You still frustrated. Give me a one if you can say, Apostle, I've been there. You be still frustrated. You be still feeling worn down. You be still feeling like out. You be like, I don't want to do nothing that I said I was going to do, God. But the message in this season is don't let it affect you. And the only way to not let it affect you is to act as if it's not happening. That was why I still worked, that I still have cardio left, another round of cardio. It's why I still did what I needed to do. Okay, the dogs tore up the blinds. Okay, the guy's fixing them. I'm still going to clean my house. I'm still going to do all the things that I need to do. I'm still things. And so, let this be a word of encouragement. If maybe your Saturday has felt like, man, it's just one of them days. Stuff just keep happening. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay focused. Think about it. God has a strategy for everything. It was nobody but God that could have told me, hey, just create another claim with GoodRx to get to get these antibiotics, because I needed a prescription for amoxicillin. I knew it's what I needed. I pray I'm making sense. And so that is the broadcast, y'all. That's it. That is it. Don't let the devil, don't let what he does affect what you do. Show up. Whatever you got to get done today, get it done. Maybe you say, Apostle, I started this day and I've been frustrated. I've been low-key depressed. I've been low-key down and out. Get back up and change how the rest of this day flows. If you know that you need to get out the house and get some fresh air, and you've been sitting in the house depressed, because it's real easy to do that when you're going through it. Get up, freshen yourself up, put some clothes on, and get out the house. Whether you going to the beach, whether you going to the park, whether you going window shopping, whatever the case may be. That was nothing, but I'm like, I want to go to High came straight back home. Do what you got to do, though, to be effective today. And so that is the broadcast, y'all. That's it. The devil gonna do what he gonna do. But we as children of God, we as believers, we also have to still show up and do what we know we need to do. And so that is it, man. I love y'all. There is somebody on here where you need to be working on your business. I don't even know who you are, but there are several people. Get it done today. You may feel like I need some. Get it done today. There are some of y'all where you literally done today. Do whatever it is that you need to do. There are some of y'all that literally need to get out of the house. Get out the house. There are some of y'all that said, okay, I'm going to clean up today. I'm going to cook. Man, if you don't go clean up and go get that food so you can cook, whatever it is that you need to be doing today, that God needs you to be doing today, do it. Do it. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. If you feel led to sow, the links are there. If you need a coaching session, listen, working in the garden, listen, it's pleasant here in Mississippi, Natasha. I haven't showed y'all my plant. I asked, my mom wanted to give me a live plant. At first, I didn't want it. And then when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I do want that. She brought it to me. And so when she dropped the plant off, she came all of these live, because I didn't ask for 3 live plants. I asked for 1. 2 of them was fake though, y'all. 2 of them was fake, and one was like one was alive, and it was in such bad shape because my mother, gardening is really therapeutic. My mother, when she got it from my cousin, it was already half dead. And cooking, listen, come on. I'm gonna be prepping some prep food and prepping the food for tomorrow. My mom is chicken wings, loaded baked potatoes, and I think my sister's bringing potato salad with some peach iced tea. That is what we're gonna do. Listen, I'm here for the cooking. I've been watching a lot of, is it African? I don't know if it's African food or whatever it is, fufu. For some reason, I want to try that. I'm like, Lord, I keep seeing it everywhere I go. Get on TikTok, somebody eating fufu. I'm like, why we don't have no try that? Because I'm not finna try to make it. But gardening is therapeutic. Burgers and potato salad. See, I'm not a potato salad person because it got mayonnaise in it. Y'all know mayonnaise and cheese, Apostle T is not. Listen, I'm not rocking with it. It's delicious, Sabrina. Listen, I've seen some of your posts on your stories on IG, and I'm like, I want to just taste it. I just want to taste just a little bit. That's authentic. You know, somebody that really know how to make it. I need it authentic. I don't need you to Americanize it. I need the real experience with that food. I want some of that. Whatever. I don't even know what kind of meat it is they be eating with. I've never been a potato salad type person, Natasha. I can't do it. Tell your mama to send me a plate, Sabrina. That's all I'm saying. I want a plate. How I got on the subject of food, I don't know. I was talking to y'all about the plant. So the plant was half dead. It wasn't really half dead, but it was not well. The plant was not well when my mama gave it to me. Y'all, I done had to Google what does this plant need? And the moment like I Google solves everything. And I found like what kind of plant it was. Don't ask me the name of it because I don't know. The sunlight, it needs indirect sunlight. So let me move it out the immediate sun and keep it watered. Y'all, it's been growing. It's been growing. You never heard of fufu? What? It's the dish that they be eating with their hands. I'm like, you eating a meal with your hands? Oh, it gotta be good. If you eating it like that, that reminds me of how I know here in the South, what some people would do, and they'll have their cornbread, and if it's real good, listen, I done seen people not use a utensil. Listen, they just grab a little piece of cornbread and mush it in with the greens, and it be a wrap. Y'all ain't never had a fufu? Listen, I think what do they serve it with, Sabrina? They serve it with like some type of, I don't like okra either, some type of soup. I done seen people having it with meat and stuff. I'm like, whatever this is, it look amazing. It looked good. I don't know the ingredients now, Natasha. I don't know. Listen, I don't know all that. I've heard people say that it tastes, I don't know why I'm on this subject. I really want some of that. I'm telling y'all, it's like a sauce. People say that fufu, that it kind of tastes like but somebody say mashed potatoes, and I've read where they like, you ain't supposed to chew it. I'm like, you ain't supposed to chew it. People, you can watch videos. People just be swallowing it. I'm like, oh no, that's a choking hazard for me waiting to happen. So yeah, it's a fish sauce. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I've seen people put the fufu on a plate, and then they have a bowl. Some people, I don't know if it's goat that they eat, and different meat on back. Okay, there we go. It's like a dough, but it's rubbery. Is it good though? Is it like bread? What is it like? I froze for a little bit, but yeah, that's one of my things that it's on my bucket. It's edible. Okay, it's like bread. It's edible. It's like, I don't know what that is either. What's gari? What's that? Listen, y'all gonna have me. I be on TikTok watching. My TikTok is filled with I've been watching a whole bunch of cats. I don't know what my obsession with cats have been these days. I don't know. But I just have fallen in love with just, I don't want no cat now. But I've just fallen in love with just looking at the look. They so cute. It's like pale yellow. See, I don't know. But it's on my bucket list of food to eat. It is. And listen, when I went to, God has reminded me of this. When I went to see Bella, before, like, I had to put her down or whatever, it was a cat, and they were up. Listen, y'all, it was chaotic up in there. It was quiet, but it was this one little kitten. He was a little old black cat. He was talking to me. He was screaming. He was putting his little paw out the little thing. They like, yeah. They kept asking me, I don't want a cat. I don't want no cat. I don't want no cat. She like, he like you. I don't care. I'm not. Y'all, he was hollering to the top of his lungs. He was up for adoption. She said, yeah, we tried to put him in the front, but they ended up sending him back because he was just, hollering. Somebody said, oh yeah, he was trying to imprint on you. He was a little cute also. He was cute, y'all. I'm not a cat person, but he was cute. Gonna scratch me, but him was cute. He was cute. But I be watching little cat videos. The funniest thing is just seeing them smack each other, smack people. I'm just like, these cats are like, they some thugs. They some straight up thugs trying to trap me. I'm like, sir. I wanted to touch him so bad. I was like, I ain't touching you. I couldn't do it. I was afraid of them little claws. But yeah. And TikTok is just filled with that and food videos. I want to try fufu. I really do. But very, very, listen, very spicy. It was the other kennel. Now that kitten, I'm like, oh, that kitten's spicy. He had his little back hunched up. Because I ain't got time. Time at all. But that I don't know why cat. But I don't want one, but good. Y'all, that is the word. I just have so much joy right now. I pray that just, gave y'all a laugh like it did me. But that is one. I like them when they little with the little cute faces, but they gotta get bigger. Nope. I'm good. And I don't want to clean no litter. I don't want that in my house. I don't want that. Y'all, I don't want it. I can't make it up. I do not like that either. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. Y'all, Y'all enjoy the rest of this day. Productive. Go do something for yourself. You know, go cook that meal that you want to cook. Go get out the house. Go sit at the beach. If you got a beach. If y'all lucky enough to have a beach. It's a beach day here, but I don't have no. Go to the bookstore. You know, organize. You've been putting it off. Go, you know, light you some candles and what you got to do. Don't let dictate your. That was literally what I want to get this workout in. Still finna do what I need. I've been doing, and so Apostle T is about, and I think I have right, and I'm gonna chill out. And let that be it. But that is until next time, y'all. Peace.